night again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Trifactor podcast. Tonight we have a couple of new faces on. Ray Mohammed from Talking Mind TT, great Trinidad and Tobago football content. I'll put the link below. We have Max Saunders, very knowledgeable about Trinidad and Tobago football. When I want to know something about Trinidad and Tobago, I call in DM that guy. Tonight you have a very special guest, Jesse Williams, international for Trinidad and Tobago. Thanks for coming on, bro.
My pleasure, buddy.
All right, so this podcast is a podcast where we talk to the Trinidad diaspora of footballers, whether you make it to Intercol level, university, a pro level or international level, such as yourself. So we could tell your story, we could share gems with youngsters about mentality, about training the right way, and they could pick up gems, right? So we hope to get some of that tonight. How that sounding?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Once again, good night. So to start it off, I like to start it off on Mark. You and Ray could jump in anytime, asking questions, right? So I like to start it off. Since you are a youngster, for my knowledge and other guys, how old are you, bro?
I'm 20.
20, right? So you're a real youngster, especially compared to me, right?
Yeah.
So once again, I appreciate you for coming on. So I'll take it back to the beginning. How you get into football, bro?
Well, it all started off with like growing up in a footballing home. My dad, my brothers, they all play football, so it's like I grew into it. Then they like sent me to an academy called Trinidad Hawks. That's with Coach aka Dada, Anthony Wickham. And from there, I started to excel. I started to like it more. Started like build a passion for it. I moved on to like St. Anne's Rangers for like the Youth Pro League.
What age is that?
As age. Well, I played with Trinidad Hawks for like from age 4 to like 10.
4 to 10. So when you was a youngster and you now start, what do you think were your natural attributes when you started? Raw talent.
Raw talent?
Yeah.
I just think I can just run.
Stamina.
Run and tackle. That's what I was good at.
Okay.
Running and tackling.
All right. So what kind of tackle? Blade? Stand up.
Yeah, blade.
Real blade.
Blade for sure. Yeah, blade for sure.
All right. So knowing that you were good at tackling, you was never a striker.
Well, I actually played striker in Intercol, but I was never fit for that position.
So how you going forward a little, how you perform playing the striker though? What attributes keep your productivity high as a striker?
I mean, I was a good post-up guy.
Okay.
I was good on the ball.
Right.
And I had a late finishing from watching like Cristiano Ronaldo videos and just trying to do something good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
What school you attended, Jesse?
Well, I went to Mucarapo East for like 4 years, and then I transferred to St. Anthony's College.
Yeah. But Ray, you can't remember Jesse in the game when they do the famous interview where Jesse was on that team.
As his teammate?
Yeah. I don't want to call it a famous interview, man.
What was the guy name, Ray?
Albo.
Yeah.
Kareem Manzel.
Manswell, yes.
Listen, that's my favorite interview from Ray. I'm telling you. The man say he real skillful and he could real score goal. Yeah, I really like his confidence. So growing up, you played primary school football?
Oh yeah, I did play primary school football with Russell Latapy.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about that. Any coaches developed you in any way, guided you along?
Yeah, well, my primary school PE coach, he had a big part to play. But everything started off by Anthony Wickham, Dada. Well, everything started there.
I wanted to jump in on Dada because from what I know, Dada seems to be one of the coaches that produced the most talented set of young footballers for a while now. Even up to a year before when he was in the under-19 tournament, we know he just produced a lot of players. Tell me something about what about Dada coaching does inspire you to be this skillful and creative. What do you think?
I mean, he's a coach from the ghetto, as we will say. You know what I mean? He know what is needed to like bring out the best in the players. He know what's important for us. He know the struggles that we face daily. So he's more of like a father. He come to us first, that make us there, you know, that kind of comfort around him. And then he start teaching us different avenues to make it out of the hood, which is true football. You know what I mean? He teaches us like how to be disciplined, how to move forward in life. And I think that is some of the big things that he does for the...
As you say, get to it, Jesse, trying to find out about your man. Jesse from Trafford Court. Is Trafford Court for the Spain from?
Yeah, I actually grew up in Barcelona Street, but right now I live Hard Place.
Oh, so you really come from the ghetto. What inspired you to pick up this discipline? Because I'll tell you something. In watching you play, I could tell, I know you're a leader on the pitch. You're also a very determined footballer. Because he's a small guy that is defend and you like your rough tackles, and
yeah.
What inspired you to get all that discipline coming up in areas like Barcelona Street, Trafford Court, and where you're currently live? What inspired that?
To be honest, I just think is the people around me, my friends, my family, and just the things that happen or be happening around the people that I care for the most, you know what I mean? Like the killing, the children losing focus, you know what I mean? And I actually lost a brother by gun violence, so all these things had a big part in my growing, and like, you know, to grow immediate, to actually make it, to see if I can help as much as I can, you know, in different ways or in any way that I can. And that was so many things, I guess.
And before I go back to the others, I just want to ask one more question on that. I like that you talk about your experiences around. So currently, when you make your first national call-up, how do people around greet you? Because I know it was a big deal. Somebody...
I was going to ask that same question.
How the Lemonade youth man is the future. How do people around treat you, and are the youths looking up to you right now? What do you think?
Well, I think it was like a well-received greeting from my hood, especially from where I'm from. You know what I mean? To see that I am actually one of the very few players that is representing Trafford Court, or representing Port of Spain. As you know, it will be myself, Jamal Williams, and Michael Williams. Okay. So I'm actually the youngest and one of the few, which was a big stepping stone for our community, for, you know, for people to watch at ghetto kids like myself. And I mean, it was heartwarming to see that I'm actually making some sort of change, because, you know, just by my friends who I grew up with saw me playing on a big stage against Mexico, Guatemala. That also motivated them to see that they have a chance and an opportunity to make it as well. Because, you know, I mean, I wasn't perfect. I had like minor issues. I was once this ignorant kid that people once knew. You know, I had like difficulties, family problems. I had all kind of problems, but they see that I overcome these things with the help from God. And, you know, this changed like a different perspective on how they will look at me. And that was a plus, to be honest.
For sure, bro.
So Jesse, so I know I would have seen, you know, at a young age, you're heavily, you know, you're spiritual, right? You're heavily involved in your spiritual walk. You know, what influenced that, you know, as such a young individual? You don't really see that these days.
What influenced in my walk with Christ was, you know, seeing the wonders that He worked in my life. And as I said before, I was one of the most ignorant person that, you know, only my close friends or people around me knew I was, you know what I mean? And seeing that God take me from this place and fully transform my life, give me that extra zeal to, you know, give Him that praise and that thanks without even hesitating, you know, doing it. It has so much time, as I said, like my late brother passed, I was like in a place I just given up, falling in the traps of the devil. And I saw God pull me out of that. So that was a big, big, big plus. And I felt the movement of God in my life, which gave me that extra determination to push forward and always, glorify his name.
Nice, bro. Nice, bro.
Goodness.
So we hearing the a lot of gems from you. So I'll just take it back to the technical aspect. Natural abilities, stamina, and hard tackles. What do you think the coach who had the most impact on you had to develop for you to make it to that next, or take a jump to that next level, or for people to see this guy is a standout player, boy. He had to be on my team. What aspect of you would develop technically?
For me, I think my technical part of football, like how I control pass, how I think the game, how I read the game, that was something I had to work on for a pretty long while.
Right.
Even when I left Trinidad Hawks and I moved on to St. Anne's Rangers with Coach Rocket, Everett Williams, I had like a lot of development to do with my technical part, which was hard work, still working on it. I ain't perfect at it as yet, but I think that was one of the main things that I had to develop.
Okay. What was it? Did you do extra work? Like when Coach Man say, all right, that is it. Did you work on it? Because we normally hear that from guys who excel.
Yes, of course. I had no other choice because, I was around players like Che Benny.
Yeah.
And Tyrese Bailey, Jordan Brown. So I had to force myself, to be up because every time he traded the talk, you no touch. So that used to get me, I'm always a person like to compete. I like to compete. I like to be up there. So when I hear it every day, it used to motivate me to just keep going and, build on myself.
All right. When did you realize I could really go forward with this? Like, at what age did you see that it could be more than just for fun?
At the age of 14.
14.
When St. Anthony Wickham Dada sent us to the national team trials, and I see that I have a fairly good chance to at least make something with myself and, start off my career.
All right, so it gave you more motivation. What was the impact on you seeing our way through? Yeah,
it did motivate me because, national team is a big thing that time, you get nearly forward from national team. When you play the national team, you go back to school, everybody know you as a national player. Going home is a national player. So all these things had like a very big impact, on me trying to be the best I can so I can make this team excel forward.
All right. And in the flip side to that, it had any times where anybody will tell you, hey, calm down, you get a little swell-headed, or you're always a level-minded guy?
No, but it had times actually people tell me again to swell-headed, but I didn't really care what they had to say because I know where I came from.
Right.
I know where I want to be. So that was more like a motivation for me as well because not everybody will like your progress.
Sure.
Not everybody will like your journey, but sometimes you just have to do things to please yourself and get it done the right way. But even though they was telling me it, I'll still take it into consideration and check myself. But you know what I mean? I didn't really pay any much mind to at least study it or not.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me this, Jesse. Right? I want to go back to the Intercol days. You was a famous fellow at the Intercol, right? What's the highlight of your Intercol career, bro?
I was famous.
Well, you was on the side of Shea Benny, not so?
Yeah, well, I don't think I was that famous. Huh?
Well, the thing is, Shea was the star this side, right? How it was like playing with Shea Benny at that point in time. Because I could tell you this, what I remember of yourself when OC said they did Jesse Williams. So which one are the Jesse Williams? I'm not sure if I was mistaken, but if it's the small man. The small man who just tackle hard. That's what we know, right? The small man who just tackle hard if it's down.
Yeah.
So, he beat right around the bush. And now the reason I could say that is because regarding you, I think you was one of the guys that fly under the radar. That everybody was saying, hey, this fella could make it, this fella could make it. This small man really too, but he just get it. He's a leader and he just tackle hard. So given that knowledge, I want to go back to Intercol. What's your highlight at Intercol? Because I know at the St. Anthony's level, I think your year, I think you all had, it was the top of the table clash up there. All had a drop up with somebody in your year, right?
Yeah, that's when Prez beat us. No matter when Prez come back and draw with us and make Napa River win.
That's right. Yeah. I can remember that. You was a part of that team.
Yeah, I was.
That's right. So that was the highlight of Intercol.
I don't think that was my highlight here. My highlight here was the year I played striker for company. I think that was my highlight here. You know what I mean? I scored a couple goals.
Right.
I was full of myself. St. Anthony's called for me, and yeah, I think that was it.
So when you make the transition from Mucarapo to St. Anthony's,
yeah.
And I'll tell you this, Mucarapo, as a town man, Mucarapo was the school to go. They were jostling all the old legends when Mucarapo is a skillful school.
Conor Glenn went there too,
Yes, Conor Glenn.
Kevin Molino,
Molino,
right? Carly Highland, Alvin Jones.
Wow.
You understand?
Well, you have pedigree, boy. You have pedigree.
No, but the thing is, Osi,
Yeah.
Mucarapo is the school that has had the talent. But when they transfer to St. Anthony's, it's almost like a transfer to the big team in the Premier League. Oh, what that was like?
Oh, so they're like going from Chelsea to Arsenal?
No.
Nah.
I don't do that.
Sorry, I'm joking. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, the St. Anthony's is like a Real Madrid or the Barcelona. So, how that was fair?
Like, she was actually one of the reasons why I transferred to the school. Also, I think Mucarapo East had get relegated that same year because of the player, illegible player or something like that.
Oh.
And yeah, that will actually make me like force the move. But I would say like St. Anthony's is way better than Mucarapo, like in that sense. But
I don't think so.
I just had to make the decision for my future sake.
To play Intercol football.
Yeah, to play Intercol football.
So you're still repping Mucarapo hard here?
Yeah, I'm on Mucarapo, yeah. My heart.
That's good.
Heart is Mucarapo.
That's good.
Who would have been your toughest opponent, team-wise and player-wise in the league?
Oh, my toughest opponents were CIC was one of my toughest opponents, but player-wise was I don't think I have any, to be honest.
You don't have that one man when they see him leave an impression on your boy.
Man on top of game, Ray. He was the man to face.
Nah.
Tell me what about Ronaldo boys?
Ronaldo boy?
Boys from Samoa. Yeah.
Nah. I was never the guy to study players.
Right.
Okay.
But I have belief in myself.
Right, correct.
I have belief in myself. So whoever the players we playing against, I know I have a strong team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I believe in myself. So I never used to pick on no players individually to like put my focus on.
That's good. That's real good thing as a defender. Now career real fast. Because they say 90% of it is the mental impact.
For sure.
So like
For
this
sure.
weekend here, Lukaku defeated the Arsenal defense.
All right. Ray, I was going to say something, bro. What did you say?
Yeah, I was really going to ask him, being called upon as such a young player in the national team as of late, you always put in a solid performance. As a result of that, you receive like any offers, from other clubs, whether it be outside of Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, since after the Gold Cup, I haven't, but my agency is working on like gaming clubs. I was recently in a trials like a week ago, and I have like more trials coming up, but I never really get contacted by any club direct to like, get me. But everything is in God's plan. So one day
Amen.
Because, for me, on the eye, you're impressed every time you was called upon, whether it be right back, whether it be defensive. As a young player, as I say, 20 years old, breaking into the squad, that's impressive. Because we do have a lot of young players breaking into the national team these days, aside with Judah and whatnot, but that's a good sign.
Yeah. It's all God, man. God.
For sure.
And the senior players and the coaches. I mean, it was difficult too, yeah, but I just had to make it count.
So I like to talk about development because hopefully we could find a path where youngsters could to get inspiration from other players who make it to a certain level, right? Not done yet, but you're on the path, right? So when you reach the St. Anthony's, you don't play the striker anymore. What kind of sort of talks the coach had with you to implement you in his plans? What was that like?
Well, I knew for sure I was going into an environment that have footballers, a lot of talent. So I had to play the position that was best suit me. I mean, I started off playing defensive midfield at first, but I didn't really like it because it had like Judah Brown. It had different players that have the ability to play.
Right.
And so I just, thinking about playing the position that I'll be more vulnerable at.
What position is that?
Centre back.
Oh, so you're naturally a centre back.
I was a centre back in the days. Now I'm a right back.
So it was you and Kobe as centre backs then?
Nah, it was me and Darren John.
Darren John, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see a stature. You're a short man, very physical. That hinder in any way of playing centre back. When you face taller guys, how do you normally compensate?
Oh, well, I mean, I read the game.
Right.
I get in the air. I could jump.
Right.
Really jump. And, I mean, I was just that physical. So not much players used to want to come after me. So it was a bit easier on my end.
So physicality was a big part of your game.
Yeah.
When you were younger, were you introduced to the gym at any time or just natural physicality?
Natural. All natural. Yeah.
No gym?
No gym. It had times that we get like gym session, but I was never a fan of the gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just say, just going on North School on a whole, right? And the reputation, North versus South, what was your mindset when it came to playing against the South teams, the Prayers, the St. Benedict's, just the quality, the overall quality.
These games was actually most games that you had to put a lot of attention to because it was always a battle between North and South.
Yeah.
And so that had a big part to play. And, just the respect you have for the players that South have because, South have a lot of talent as well.
Yeah.
And, so that was more like a respect thing. More of a respect thing.
But you was ever more or less scouted to come to play for a South team?
I was asked to come to play. I was asked to go Prayers at one point.
Serious? Okay.
Yeah. No, not Prayers. Naparima. With Angus.
Okay.
I was going to come play with him at once, but the transportation and all them things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you're on his radar a long time then?
Not really, but
No. All right.
So going back into somebody question, do you have any special training regimen or anything that you try to follow strictly? I know you was training with national team a while ago, but it had any special training? Because at one point in the Gold Cup, we had those long games where we see the Trinidad side, because of how much defense and how much intensity the game was, we see a lot of players getting tired. You seem to be one of the guys on the pitch who always a little more sprightly than a lot more the others. Do you have any special thing you put into that island, into that stamina, or is just cassava and good food?
Nah, if I be honest, it's just, wanting the opportunity, waiting on the opportunity and preparing writing training. It will had me going. I don't want to disappoint anybody. I get a chance. I've been waiting on a chance.
Yeah.
And I get a chance, so I just wanted to take it so bad. That.
Yeah. So that keep the inspiration good.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. And in terms of let's talk about getting into the side. We know about the pandemic. If you're in Trinidad, it might have been hard to train, things like that. Can you talk a little bit about actually getting into the Gold Cup side? When did you know that you made this side, and how was the preparation for it?
Oh, well, as you know, we wasn't too long out of the World Cup qualifiers campaign, so It was like some few weeks. I mean, we just keep training. I had a good game against St. Kitts, which the coach had an eye on. So,
Right.
you know, and all that helped me, you know, to be a part of the team. And, you know, like, I was just so fortunate to be in an environment that have the equipment and the tools where I could keep fit, train right, you know, eat properly, and that's what helped me, I think.
Okay. So you were part of the team for the World Cup qualifiers as well?
Yeah.
All right. In terms of getting experience on the Terry Fenwick, when did he call you up, and how was that journey going through World Cup qualifiers?
Well, I was called up for the Bahamas and St. Kitts.
Okay.
St. Kitts period. It was difficult, like very difficult, because, you know, I mean, been training the whole year with Terry Fenwick for the opportunity. I was sad when I get picked against the Guyana and Guyana. Yeah, Puerto Rico. But then again, that gave me an extra boost, extra motivation to keep working hard. And then I get a chance to be a part of the team against Bahamas and St. Kitts. I didn't play the Bahamas game, unfortunately, but I take the chance against St. Kitts, and that way it all started off.
In terms of mentality, right? You say you felt a little way about not making the team. So what was your self-talk like, talking to yourself, waiting for the other opportunity? What was that like?
I mean, it was just like, I mean, don't give up now. You reach too far. You reach too far to give up. You know, it had a lot of people depending on you. It's not about yourself.
Right.
About the people around you. And yeah, that was majority. And you know what I mean, as a praying person, so
right.
I knew for sure my time was gonna come. And yeah, that's what kept me, you know, focused and ready for the opportunity that was about to.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to ask you some questions. I know people is always asking, right? But I need to find out, who's your favorite footballer?
Favorite footballer?
And who is part in the game after?
Marconi taking my questions by.
No, I listen.
No, good question.
I really want to know, who's your favorite footballer? Who is part in the game?
Ramos and Kante.
That, right? Before you answer, I'll just add to that. Locally and international, who would you say you're patting yourself after? You just added to my question.
So, again, for the recording, you say who?
Ramos,
Kante,
and locally, Alvin Jones.
Right, you're going with the homegrown boy.
Yeah. I'm competition too, so.
Yeah,
you know?
No
And Sheldon. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
A lot of people like Sheldon so much so. If you just play FIFA, I am a pro club team, you know, men have Sheldon battle on the side, right? They love the Sheldon, so I guess that is good. That's good people to part of their game after. So the person is the most inspiration for my guest in Ramos.
Kante. I get the most inspiration from Kante.
Nice.
So is that Chelsea man then?
Yeah.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Then you know football.
Chelsea from my heart.
Oh God!
That's what Chelsea is.
It's too Arsenal when we were testing.
Why you tell him man that boy? Give yourself that man.
You know you want to go in there.
So to add to that question, bro. Nobody man no footballer. You see, he's a Chelsea fan, so your football you just raise real high for me.
No comment.
Right? To add to that, if it had one club, you could get to play for. What's the club you want to play?
Oh my God. This
Chelsea for sure. Yeah, for sure.
That was such a leading question, eh? It's like, you already know what the man going to say.
Mark it too wicked.
I don't know what I want to hear. I don't know what.
Arsenal will actually be one of the last options, if I be honest. Like,
yeah, we
Who won?
Remember, can't talk with footballers.
That's a joke. That's a joke. If Arsenal call no one.
Hey, don't let Mark lead us straight, boy. He known for that. Nah, that's
Oh,
cool vibe, bro.
nice banter, nice banter.
We need the banter. Quick, I like that question as well. Do you play FPL? You play fantasy football?
Nah.
Nah, you don't take part. Don't take part.
Yeah, I ain't getting to that yet.
All right, no problem.
That's a lot of time, bro. That's a lot of time.
I follow you closely. I had an interview with Kevin Leslie, and that's your partner. So I see all you be training and thing, right? Keeping fit. So just tell us a little bit about that as you wait for a chance to get called back club. Tell us a little bit about your training and tell us a little bit about your mindset every day.
Oh, well, for sure, I know that there's opportunity coming. You know what I mean? Right now I'm in Brooklyn, New York. So I was, introduced to a coach up here who have like academy, and he's like do some personal training. Okay. And the reason why I choose this school because he have a like Caribbean in him. He's actually from Trinidad too. So we know our culture well because he's from Trinidad, of course. But I just want to stay fit because there's a lot of opportunities like right here because I need land of opportunities in America already. Yeah. I want to stay fit in case something is to happen like immediate and yeah.
So where you say you're in Brooklyn? That's Brooklyn Nations. Okay?
Nah, the name is like AP Soccer.
Okay.
Yeah. Brooklyn Nations.
Yeah, I know Brooklyn Nations. Yeah, I think it have a league and a whole lot of Caribbean people and like about the league, boy.
Yeah.
All right, nice. You playing it?
Yeah, I play with Trinidad once. No one, but some couple of times I played Trinidad.
Yeah, people probably are vexed to see this young man running.
Wait, now is actual nations play?
Yeah.
That's a big league. That's a big league.
Okay. Yeah. Forgive my ignorance, guys.
The waiter probably was vexed to see this little boy running at them.
Running hard too and pelting blade.
I kind of my football kind of grew from the pelting blade thing. I'm more calm, relaxed player.
No, I must tell you, I'll call a youngster youth. They say 20. My father is a hard sell. Even though he was back Arsenal, he's a hard sell, right? So he saw you playing. I was like, boy, Daddy, you really fun against Mexico, boy? You didn't see Abu Bakar and Marvin Phillips, boy? Say, boy, that number 23 in the middle, boy. Say, that man play a real good game, running hard. You see, I like that man, boy. I say, that was shocking. So he's a hard sell, So you leave a lot of impressions with the performance for Trinidad and Tobago.
For sure. Them kind of games I could show up in because I just running. That's my style, running. Just run wholly. You don't play with the ball much, so you just running wholly.
No, but beside the running, the tactical awareness, covering the right position, the right angle. You could see that. You could see if a man run like a headless chicken, and if a man reading the game, you could see the difference.
It was also a lot of faith on the part of the coach.
A lot of faith.
It's such a big game like that, and I think the reward is justly so. So that's saying that your level for sure something have to come with the kind of level that we see. So you would be one of the people that Trinidad would be looking out for. I must say, I really thought he was older than 20. I really thought he was older than 20.
Our old man face, sir.
You have an experience game,
it's a mature performance.
Your disposition does make you look older than you are.
Yeah.
I just all based on experience and being in the senior team, like senior setup, like in Trinidad truly and thing for quite a while. So
no,
and also being around Stinge, the likes of Stinge and Russell Latapy, them and still game this up.
You was on the national youth team with Latapy by chance?
Yeah, I played.
You was on that side?
Yeah.
Okay, so you and Judah playing together a long time. Judah was there also?
Yeah. Now, Judah didn't make that squad with the World Cup qualify, but me and Benny. That's when Benny know me.
Yeah, Benny.
I still Benny senior though.
You older, Benny?
Not older, but experience.
National. It was, of course. Of course. Because are no bellies, are like 22.
Hey, talk it.
The man says, you see, they are like your rank seniority.
If random not going to ask the question, I go ask it in that under 17, you see, right?
Yeah.
Right. So tell us about playing under Russell Latapy. Some consider him one of the most talented, if not the best Trinidad and Tobago footballer of all time. Tell us a little bit about playing under him and that experience with the under 17 team.
I mean, that experience was one to remember for sure because that was actually my first ever national team call-up. I mean, Latapy is a very good coach.
Right.
I mean, he know how to get the best out of the players.
Is there anything that he told you that stuck with you or you gained from playing directly under him?
Yeah, for sure. Never settle for less and always keep improving. Always try to improve every day. I mean, that's stuff with me. And
I was going to ask is he a kind of hands-on coach? Does he get involved, in the training session, showing his ability, inspiring you all in that sense?
Yeah, that's Latas. Latas is a coach that you like to, do it first.
Yeah, part of the drills.
Yeah, you like to do something first and then actually do it. They can't say that, he's a coach that just want to teach you something that he has no clue about. So you're always involved.
That's cool, boy. He played in any games against only any scrimmage?
Yeah, for sure.
How was that?
Boy, that was. I don't feel Latas ever lose like we had. It was just the same Latas that you used to watch on TV, but just a little slow.
Yeah.
The movement, really.
Yeah, that intelligence to ever leave,
For sure.
All right.
So tell me something. This number 23, I see, you choose that number or that was given to you?
That was given to me.
But you look like you like it now.
Yeah, I like it now, for sure. It's my new number.
Yeah, a little too young for Jordan. Any LeBron fan or anything?
Yeah, I'm a LeBron fan.
All right, cool. Well,
I know this sport, you see? That's how I know this as a player. I like Chelsea. Then LeBron on it.
Well, jump into our next national team, the build up to Mexico. I know Angus probably put all it through the paces, tell you the tactics you're going to use, right? And then you hear Williams, you starting. Tell us a little bit about the build up, the tactical talk, and the actual game.
Like the build up started from the game against Montserrat when we won. In the dressing room after he told us that the new players gonna play against Mexico. This was the plan all along.
Oh, he said one time?
Yeah, he told us up front that this was his plan all the time, to play the fresh players who didn't play any qualifiers against Mexico.
Right.
Everything was already planned with the coaching staff.
Wow.
Like, they planned well ahead of. They planned even before they come into the tournament that he was going to play Mexico because that's the confidence the coach have. And
wow,
just helped us as well.
Yeah,
he did a lot of research. I mean, his coaching was phenomenal on the day, which he deserves credits for. And yeah,
tactically, you could just give us some insight. Were you had to cover space, man, mark anybody, or what was your job on that day?
My job was just break down the passing lanes.
Right.
In the midfield, try eliminating Hector Herrera from playing comfortable.
Right.
And
that's a big name, and you say it normal. You play against Hector Herrera, La Liga winner,
I trying to be normal here, but I don't know normal.
Yeah.
What's that? How was that? How was that experience?
Up to this day, like I was asked that question so many times. I can't explain how the experience was. I had to be there in a situation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How was really feel?
And on the day, could you see the skill of the players, because we were under some real pressure, so you could feel the difference in level? How was that experience?
It was challenging for sure.
Yeah.
Like, just knowing that anytime you slip up, you could force the team.
Yeah.
It was like mentally challenging, but as I said, the coach literally set out a plan that did work, and we stuck with the plan that made us as players get rewarded after. But everything was all up to the coach and board.
That's good. I must say Hector is my favorite Mexican player.
Serious?
I'm telling you.
All
You
right.
like Lozano?
Lozano, yeah, that's shocking.
Yeah.
Hector Herrera is my favorite Mexican. The
All
man,
right.
his ball playing, passing, and shooting is impeccable. He really deserves almost a bigger European contract.
Yeah. Mine is Rafael Marquez, but
How big are
it.
you get from Atletico? Atletico is a big team.
Big team.
The thing with him in Atletico is he get a contract, but he never get rewarded for
he on the back end of his career.
Oh, yeah.
That
kind of player.
So talking about Chucky, he had an incident, right? He got injured. That's part of the game. And the crowd get very, I don't want to say violent, rowdy.
Irate.
The crowd was on all levels, right? I could feel that pressure in Trinidad. I could feel the crowd. So did you just block that out, or were you too young to even study it, or how was that feeling?
Yeah, for sure. We had to block it out right away because Mexico and them is people that is come after you. Even like when I get subbed off in second half.
Yeah.
We were like thing at the bench.
Wow.
You had no other choice than to block it out because you know the importance of the game. Important that you just making a mistake. And these are things that the Mexicans play for. This is why supporters is here in the game, to distract the opponents and to take them off the game. So we had to stay focused, which the team did, and as challenging as it was, we did our part, and that will give us the result that we ended up with.
Yeah, bro. That was a very entertaining game in terms of different tactics. We live streamed that game, so we are supporting all the full 100. And we were talking about the tactics. Spoke to Redan for last week, and we talked about it and his standout game, Marvin Phillips. Now all the players are good, but who was the standout leader on the pitch? Who was doing the most talking?
Who was the players' player?
Players' player.
Yeah.
I think was the skipper, Marvin Phillips.
Right.
Yeah, he was the players' player that day. He came out. It was like he get the front page because he's the goalkeeper and he made tremendous saves and things. But I just think the whole team played a big part, but Marvin was the most standout because of his individual performance and stopping the goal and stuff like that. Also, Alvin was for the whole tournament. Alvin was the tournament's player.
Yeah, that good tournament.
Alvin had a very good tournament.
Yeah.
So,
and now your competition, eh?
And I'm a competition.
That's good.
You in midfield, man. Don't study it, man.
Dada.
So the after the game, I know your adrenaline was pumping. Were you able to sleep? Was it just normal? Were you too tired to not to stay awake? What was it like?
After the game, I was just full of excitement. You could have sleep, but I just want to see. I have so much messages to reply to.
Your phone freeze. Your phone freeze.
Yeah, we like to say, but say you get cocky and all that. Trying to make everybody happy now, but you say what's up?
Well, Jesse, this is one of my last questions. I don't mean to keep your phone, but who is your riding partner in this squad, right? Who's your riding partner in this squad? You don't honestly. I like to interpersonal relationship.
I want to tell you who's my riding partner, but my riding partner kind of threw me away during the camp. We were roommates again. I was doing bucket.
Bucket, Eric. Will you see them all out? Get a company on the team,
I think Mark, I think Bucket is one of your favorite players on the team.
Yeah. Bucket is a player I know well, seeing him from young, and what I always like about him, he don't play very Trinidad.
What do you mean by that, Mark boy?
Let me tell you, the guy is
explain yourself.
he's a smooth operator on the ball.
So Trinidad don't play that way, or?
Not necessarily.
Market was always ahead of his time, you know.
Yeah. He have a kind of European style chappy kind of football
I
about
think
him.
Market was captain in either the under 20 or the under 17 at age 14 or something like that.
Yeah, he
At
could
some
under
point.
20.
The under 20, right?
So Market was your riding partner, yeah.
Yeah. I was riding partner until he came out here.
Till Elliot Menrich.
Yeah, that's.
So we try out so forward.
Hey, guys.
He came out by Isaiah.
Isaiah, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Isaiah. I like the little politics on this side. So if Market here, there's Market, you can't be on that point.
Market, go see it tomorrow.
So that was your mate. I guess I gotta look up to in terms of vets, right? Who would you say take time out to show you the ropes, and that you look up to on the squad?
I mean, yeah, Market, you know, he spent time, he was rooming together, so, you know, he spent time, he talked to me, tell me that, I mean, just a stepping stone, just the beginning, learn as much as you can.
Yeah.
I mean, keep working on you, keep developing, not only time you will play, you know what I mean? So he had a big part to play in it also, you know, his senior men, like Kevin Molino, Carly Highland, they spend
Mucarapo men.
Yeah, for sure. They spend time, you know, and making sure I understand the position I have as a young player, making sure I understand the ropes and how to do things, you know, how to carry out myself, how to, you know, enjoy the game, enjoy the moment. And yeah, that's mostly it.
So I have two more questions for you, right? One is, so you see some pros do it. What's a piece of information that you'll carry with you going forward that you obtain from one of the vets in the team? Like a certain piece of information.
No, just
specific.
Enjoy the moment and enjoy Cali Island every day in training, in game. That's all it be saying. Enjoy the moment and enjoy winning.
Nice. He was on that U team with, I think, with Abu Bakr and them, under 20. All right. And in terms of a youngster, he could be from where you're from, or he could be any youngster watching this video. If you could get them one piece of information or something, a gem that you learn in your 20 years of trying to become a pro, what would you tell them?
I tell them, like, you know, first, like, give your life to Christ. You know what I mean? Start working on your relationship with God first.
Right.
And then, you know what I mean, keep pushing towards the dream. I mean, a lot of us don't understand that, you know, it's never about us, but it's about those that are around us. You know, we can have an impact on the world tomorrow. You know what I mean? Just keep going and don't ever turn back and don't ever give up. Don't make everybody feel like, you know, make you feel like you're less or you don't deserve better. Your destiny lies in your hand, and you know, it's in your will to make sure that, you know, you make a future for your family and the people around you.
Yeah, bro.
That's goodness.
Ray, Mark, you have any questions?
No questions. I just want to encourage Jesse. Jesse, we sure you're going to make it, you know, with the attitude and you have a solid focus from what I hear, you know, on your football and also on God, which to me is paramount, especially when you want to become a professional. It's so easy to get carried away with the extra attention and all of that. It's 20 years, you know, to be plenty little girls will come. It's nice to see somebody so young have a serious focus on God and on the future. So Jesse, we looking out for you, bro. We sure that something big had to come soon in the future. So He just
Man, but this I got thanks out.
yeah, man.
Yeah, Jesse is definitely a future leader of the teams to come. I can see that from all now, as I say, we observing his mannerism, his mindset. For the years to come, at 20 years old, your career has only started. So you definitely will be leading Trinidad and Tobago in the future.
And thanks, man. All glory to God.
Amen. So just to close out, Jesse Williams, bro, appreciate you for coming on, sharing the time. You can be doing anything right now, but thanks for taking the time out, sharing some gems with us, telling us about your story, inspiring somebody, telling them to give their life to Christ, which is a big step as a young guy, and we applaud you for that. Thankful to Ray from Talk Your Mind TT for coming on. Thankful for Mark. Definitely, he have more insight on local football than I do. So I appreciate that. Jesse, I learned a lot, bro. Like I say, he's a hardworking youngster, very respectful, and that's why I surprised me at the age of 20 now, boy. So I hope that you get through it where you're going, continue to work hard, and God continue to bless you, bro. Thanks for coming on.
And my pleasure, man. God bless you guys.
All right,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Blessings. Have a good one.
All right, thanks.
Fire, 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 fire.